St. Thomas University Digital Journalism and New Media present.
Welcome to this week's Basement Files. I'm Hilary Latham.
And I'm Youngju Jung. Here are today's top stories.
'Tis the season for Christmas markets and craft shows. Take a peek into Toronto's festive mood.
Heal yourself with mineral rocks picked out and crafted just for you. Balance your internal energy through unconventional methods.
What can be better than a hot bath after a long day? Get yourself at the local bath bomb store to level up that bathing experience.
When Halloween ends, the Christmas season is thrown into full swing. Toronto Christmas Market is no exception. From sweet treats to flashy displays, you would think you're in the North Pole. Here's Mary Gannon to show us the first few days at the market.
Welcome to the Christmas Market. Nestled in Toronto's Distillery District are shops decorated with lights and tinsel, cobblestone streets adorned with lavishly ornamented trees, a Ferris wheel, and a plentiful supply of sweet treats. Alleys are filled with art pieces by local artists, where the market's guests are free to take pictures, including a tunnel of vines lined with Christmas lights, which light up the dark alley through the night. Many wooden huts offer different treats and knickknacks. Among them was the skincare company Raw Cocoa, selling homemade bath bombs, soaps, and other skincare essentials.
We still do the whole family thing, but to actually be part of something to give back, because we do a lot of charities as well. We get contacted a lot during this time of the year, so it's a good way to bring in extra income in order to help give back to the community.
The day after the market's opening, crowds were filling the streets, listening to the carolers.
Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Some sellers painted their displays fun, festive colors and designs to attract the many kids. Different toys and accessories included Russian nesting dolls, stuffed animals and snow globes, even wool and cashmere scarves. When market-goers finish their shopping, they may be found looking for restaurants among the many delicious options at the market.
We just kind of stumbled on it. We've just been wandering around the city.
We saw a sign that said Christmas market, and we were like, we are in. Let's find that.
So it's really cute. We're currently looking for a restaurant to eat at, but it's really cute so far, and we both just love Christmas.
Possible food finds could include pretzels, the unique tornado potato, or more traditional sweets like hot chocolate, pastries, and candy apples.
Whether you're here for sweet treats or the Christmas spirit, there's something here for everybody. This is Mary Gannon reporting for STU Journalism.
As natural healing remedies grow in popularity, mineral rocks, commonly called healing crystals, are becoming more and more commonplace. Fiona Steele went to learn more and visited a local shop that sells these crystals.
Amethyst, labradorite, and rose quartz are words that might not mean much to some, but to healing crystal enthusiasts, each carries different properties. Krista Nesteruk owns Tweedside Road, a home decor shop that sells healing crystals. She's been using them for a few years and recommends them.
You know, I think that there's much more to this life than the material world, and I think some people are closed off to that idea, and that's okay, that's their journey. But when you start to open up and realize that there's more than meets the eye, and we're energetic beings, then you can kind of accept that crystals can be an aid.
But how exactly do they work? Nesteruk explained that all of us have certain energies inside us that can be impacted by external factors, like a rainy day making you feel blue.
Where crystals aren't, they hold their vibration, they hold their energy. And so when you hold on to a crystal or have it in your pocket or in your space, it affects your energy. It kind of helps to regulate your vibration. And so that's how they work.
Still, some aren't quite so sure about the benefits of these crystals.
I am a believer in modern medicine. I think that we put all of our research into science, and the science dictates what we in my mind, what we should be doing and what the practices that we should follow. For those who do use healing crystals, if that's what you want to do, you do you. My personal view on it, though, is that it is a placebo in your mind. It changes your perspective of something. I don't think it actually helps you medically.
I don't feel like it's like a reliable source of medical attention or and I feel like healing crystals are kind of like the same people who would use healing crystals also probably don't get their children vaccinated.
At the end of the day, whether these are crystals with healing powers within them or just simply pretty rocks is all dependent on your perspective. I'll let you decide. This is Fiona Steele reporting for St. Thomas Journalism.
There's an increasing trend of clean and locally sourced personal care items. One small business owner adds her own culture to her products. Julia Pisano has the story.
How are you?
Cecilia Brooks from St. Mary's First Nation noticed that even products like baby oil contain petroleum-based mineral oils. So she decided to give her kids more natural remedies instead.
I would send them off to school every morning with a lip balm in the wintertime, and they'd come home and it was gone. And I thought, gosh, you know, I'm a chemist, I could make lip balm. So I just started making it for the family.
Soulflower Herbal is a Wabanaki family-owned business that sells body care and wellness products. Brooks started her business in 2006 at the Fredericton Boyce Farmers Market. Her whole family is involved in the business. Together, they pick the local plants that are used in her products.
And I'm an extractions chemist. I have a degree in chemistry. And so I take those plants and I make extracts out of them and incorporate them into our body care products.
Brooks originally started by just selling lip balms. Now her product range has expanded to soaps, candles, smudge bundles, and even blush.
One of our most popular products is this. This is the bear balm. And we have a bear balm premium that has the bear grease in it because in our culture, as I was saying, we would use, our ancestors used the bear grease as a pain reliever because our belief is that there's medicine in the bear grease. Whatever the bear is eating is going into his fat, right?
Many of the products have healing properties, such as their elderberry syrup, which helps relieve cold symptoms. Brooks will soon be expanding from her booth at the market to a store run in her home. She will be selling products by appointment and hopes to have everything up and running before Christmas.
And with the new store opening soon, these products will be in higher demand. For STU Journalism, I'm Julia Pisano.
It needs to be done, but not many people enjoy taking their car to the mechanic, though soon it may be even less of an obligation. Alicia Wieland has the story.
Cars, buses, and trucks, oh my. Whatever the make or model, motor vehicles have been the center of attention this past year. Starting with the removal of front license plates, the New Brunswick Public Safety Minister is on a mission to change the Motor Vehicle Act. Now, it's being proposed the province change the motor vehicle inspections. These changes would include only needing to get a safety inspection every 2 years instead of annually. But Fredericton North MLA and former Public Safety Minister Stephen Horseman says these changes are not in the public's best interest.
In the northern part of the province, about 2 weeks ago, the RCMP did a roadblock, and this happens all over the province. 10 to 14 vehicles were towed off the road because they were not safe. So you wonder how many vehicles are on the road that aren't safe.
The cost of inspections would be raised to $45, resulting in $25 of savings over 2 years. But with things going wrong in vehicles all the time, mechanics are saying this likely wouldn't save people any money. Owner of Everett's Car Care says to his knowledge, no mechanic shops were consulted regarding these changes, and it may be a change that empties people's pockets.
Some people aren't going to have problems addressed earlier than they should. There are people that are keen to get their car looked at a couple times a year normally, but there are people that neglect that issue. And those people, it's going to end up costing them more money in the long run than less because things cost more when they break than they do when they're wore.
During an inspection, mechanics check for things like warning lights, worn out tires, and the condition of your brakes. Currently, getting your vehicle inspected is cheaper than getting an oil change.
You have people whose hourly rate is more than $35 an hour, obviously, to take half hour to 45 minutes to look at your car to make sure it's safe for a year. It's a really good benefit and cost for the public. You can't get somebody to look at your car for less than $100 to do most things.
Public Safety Minister Carl Urquhart did not respond to request for comment.
The provincial government is accepting input on these proposed changes until November 27th, but for now, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'm Alicia Whelan for St. Thomas Journalism.
Snow has finally fallen in Fredericton. It's that time of the year to shovel the driveways and scramble to find that perfect Christmas gift. Your gift may be courtesy of the Fredericton Christmas Show. Matthew Daigle went down to check it out.
It's not Christmas yet, but people are already getting into the spirit at the Fredericton Christmas Show. Here, homemade goods and food are front and center, getting a head start on the holidays. Some goods include wood carvings crafted before and during the craft show. Donations for the event go towards Heroes Equine Learning Program. HELP provides soldiers, police, and paramedics with PTSD therapy with horses. Carrie Gaskin is a therapist who said just being in the presence of horses can be therapeutic.
So they're large animals, but they are not predators. So their natural instinct with humans would be to withdraw from them. However, in this model, we often see that the horse intuitively reflects what the human is feeling but is unable to express.
While being able to get traditional Christmas items like figurines and wool clothes, you can also find funkier items along the way. Nothing says funky like rum in your strawberry jam. These leather sculptures are things not often seen at a holiday event. This Hardy Boys book is actually a personal journal. 5 years ago, Ev Nielsen founded The Lost Book, where she recycles old books and converts the covers into personal journals.
Journaling myself since I was 13, and so I was buying cheap journals to write in, and I didn't like the covers, so I started recovering them.
Along with her surprise journals, she converts some covers into purses. You can write in these journals with creative writing kits. This one is Harry Potter themed.
A lot of them are shocked at their journals, for one thing, and then they're amazed at the wide variety of creativity in them, that there's no two alike.
It's not Christmas time yet, but I got my Christmas presents bright and early. This is Matthew Daigle, STU Journalism, Fredericton.
While some are preparing for the Christmas season, others are gearing up for the hockey season. I went to St. John to check out the St. John High girls hockey team's season home opener. On Wednesday, November 13th, the St. John High Greyhounds faced off against the Simons High Seabees. Both teams are in the Southern New Brunswick High School Girls League, where they compete against 6 other teams. An opening ceremony was held before the game, where players and coaches were introduced to the fans, and there was also a ceremonial puck drop. The Greyhounds have 10 returning players and 6 rookies, 4 of those being in grade 9 and 2 of those being in grade 10. All 4 Greyhound coaches are returning from last season. They are Sheldon Esterbrooks, Bruce Latham, Sean Seward, and Steve O'Toole. Last season, the Greyhounds had a record of 16 wins, 16 losses, and 5 ties. They managed to make it into the first round of playoffs. This year, they're hoping to make it even further past the first round of playoffs. The Greyhounds were victorious in their home opener with a score of 8-0 over the Simons High Seabees. Greyhounds defenseman Carly Ebbett and defenseman Taylor Como managed to rack up 2 goals each. The other goals were scored by Ella Rocca, Anna White, Kaylee Brown, and Sophie Dumichel, while goalie Kira Sutton received a shutout. Including exhibition games, the Greyhounds' record currently sits at 4 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. The next game for the Greyhounds will be Sunday, November 24th, where they will be facing off against the Hampton High Huskies.
The Christmas spirit is here, and a little craft show in Cape Breton can have a big impact on bringing holiday cheer to all the islanders. Laura McDonald went to check it out.
Each year, Center 200 puts on its annual Christmas craft show. Hundreds of Cape Bretoners flock to Sydney from all around the island to get some Christmas shopping in. The shoppers have tons of booths to choose from to find the perfect Christmas gift for someone.
This is the big one. This is the one that everyone looks forward to every year for the Christmas season.
In order for a vendor to have a booth, they must be a permanent resident in Cape Breton. Lots of shoppers often buy for their loved ones who have left the island but still think of it as their home. Even something as simple as a card has a Cape Breton twist.
Basically, I couldn't find any cards that I wanted to send out, so I made my own, and I thought these were just cute because it's Cape Breton singing. So there's the Jesus, Mary, and Joseph one, and the Right Nice Christmas, of course, and they all have Cape Breton on them somewhere, so yeah, it's nice to send them away.
The show gives Cape Bretoners a chance to literally take a piece of home with them. With many hand-painted rocks being sold, the rocks come from beaches all around the Cabot Trail to one's backyard. Sea glass is a little Cape Breton treasure, and with it being made into jewelry, it allows those who wear it to have a little piece of home with them at all times. Local businesses thrive in this setting. It gives them a chance to display their product to the hundreds of shoppers walking by.
As it brings a lot of people downtown, it also encourages promotion of sales downtown, because while you're down and you see all these little shops that are open, they're going to pop in. So it kind of goes hand in hand, craft shows and Christmas and all that.
This is one craft show that strives to bring its community together through an array of vendors.
Christmas and crafts aren't your thing. There's always something for everyone. I'm Laura McDonald, STU Journalism.
Owning a local business in a small city has its perks, but it also has its hiccups. Zachary Russell checked out a soap and body product shop to see if being a business owner is really the bomb.
7,200 people live in Labrador City, Newfoundland and Labrador. They have about 24 stores in town, and about half are locally owned. Running a business in Labrador due to its remoteness can be difficult. Local Heather Rowe started her business 5 years ago, Heather's Soap Kitchen.
So I make handcrafted bath and body products that include soaps, bath bombs, body butters, bubble bars, all kinds of different things.
Rowe recently moved the business from outside of her house to a local store in the middle of town, and business has been steady ever since. However, running your own business can present difficulties that she knows way too well.
Shipping is the biggest challenge running a small business in a small community. In Labrador West, we are very fortunate because we have amazing community support behind us. We work really hard to offer a good quality product, and people recognize that. So we're definitely blessed to have good community support, but the shipping cost, and especially being in like a rural, remote location, the shipping cost is a big, what's the word I'm looking for? The shipping cost is a big inhibitor for us.
Local shopper Elaine Keynes knows the importance of supporting local.
Our community and try to help all businesses out, and so.
Rowe also shows her support by selling other handmade local products in her store, like beard oil, candles, and soap pots. Rowe says that when you shop local, you are supporting a local's dream. And as you can tell, even the littlest clients love her products. Business is steady at Heather's Soap Kitchen, and customers think that her products are the bomb. Zachary Russell, reporting for St. Thomas Journalism.
Snow makes our final story. If you got spare snow in your backyard, here are some cool ways you could use it. I will show you a brilliant way to make winter more fun and useful.
If you have time to spare on a cold, snowy day, here are some ways to use winter to your advantage. Your first activity is making a classic Canadian treat, maple syrup snow candy. Boil real maple syrup in a small pot till it bubbles up. For the perfectionists, the temperature is 240 Fahrenheit. Make sure the snow is clean and tightly pack a baking pan with snow. Pour the hot syrup on it, take a popsicle stick and roll up the candy. If the temperatures are below 0 degrees Celsius, you have the opportunity to make frozen bubbles. Take a straw and some bubble solution, blow the bubbles onto a flat, smooth surface outside, and watch how they crystallize. Feeling festive? Decorate your house with some food coloring. Fill a spray bottle with water, add some food coloring, and spray it over the snow. Or use a concentrated mix of food dye with some water and spray it on the icicles. For the grown-ups, did you know snow can be used instead of water to fill up bongs? This hit will have a cool and smooth texture to it. Lightly pack your bong with snow on top, and it's ready for use. You could also DIY a smoking construction like this. Ladies and gentlemen, Snow-ga-ritas. 1/4 cup of margarita mix, 1/4 cup tequila, and 1/3 to 1/2 cup of fresh snow. Remember, slushy drink is only legal for those over 19. For those of you who love a good challenge, after a hot tub or sauna with your friends, take a plunge into the bed of snow outside. It has been a tradition in Nordic and Russian cultures and said to keep better blood flow and rejuvenate skin. Winter can seem cold and dreadful, but a little bit of creativity and it can become very interesting. You can also stick to classic activities like making snow angels,
building igloos, or kicking trees while standing under them. Whatever it is, I hope you make great memories this winter. Youngju Jun, reporting for STU Files Journalism.
Wrapping up this week's Basement Files.
If you miss a newscast, find us on stufiles.ca. For St. Thomas Journalism, I'm Youngju Jun.
And I'm Hillary Latham. Join us again in 2 weeks for our final newscast of the semester.